everybody, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're doing the full moon reading for the sign of Capricorn. Alright, sign of Capricorn. We're going to get right into it with the Wild Unknown Oracle, Animal Spirit Oracle deck. I'm going to pull out the Animal Spirit for this period. And my full moon readings are from, basically they cover the next 2 to 4 weeks. And a little period before as well. So it's this full moon cycle, right? From one full moon to the next full moon. I also do new moon readings on the day of the new moon, which I believe the next one is on June 3rd. It's the next new moon. So, my beautiful Capricorns. I have a Venus in Capricorn. Alright, Earth sign. Right, sign of the goat, right, a mountain goat, climbers, right? You know, you can learn a lot about the sign of Capricorn from, you know, goats, really. I mean, goats, especially mountain goats, they're climbers. They always want to be on top, right? And they always want to reach the top, and they keep going no matter how difficult the terrain, right? So Capricorns are very tenacious, hard workers. Like all signs, don't mess with their money, right? Or you get the horns. But a very beautiful sign, right? Very beautiful. I love all the signs for their various reasons, you know, so the various attributes and what they give. The signs are all parts of our evolution, our karmic evolution. So, you know, we've all been one of the signs at some point, right? I happen to be at a Sagittarius right now. So, here we go. Let's get Animal Spirit for this new moon period, please. For our lovely Capricorns, Earth energy. What is it? Show me. Show me. Alright, Animal Spirit for this full moon cycle, my lovely Capricorns, is Cosmic Egg. Wow. That's the pinnacle, right? 7th chakra, ether, spirit, energy, right? The Cosmic Egg. Wow. Unbelievable. At the bottom of the deck, you have Scorpion. Also, unbelievable. Fire, energy, rebirth, death and renewal, along with the Cosmic Egg. Just, it's like you are at a karmic, very spiritual, highly intuitive karmic cycle right now. All your senses are focused on that. You realize that, you know it, right? Completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite is what it talks about, right? It's the final card in the journey, right? In the deck. It's the unfolding of the cosmic consciousness. It's when you get to a point of like full self-realization, you know. These moments only happen a few times in your life. They come after a long struggle, generally, a long path. It's been a long time, you know, coming. But the realization, the self-realization, it's almost as if you're just completely reborn. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, on every level in your life. But deeply spiritually connected. You know you're connected. You know you've accomplished something quite great. You know what you're finishing, the cycle that you're finishing right now is a karmic cycle. It's not just a cycle for this life, like, you know, oh, finishing up a job or finishing up a project or something. This is something that probably took you years to do, right? Or you've been on this path for years, and now you're realizing the completion of it. Right? And it's taking you to a completely another level. I've never pulled this card from this deck before. So, it's amazing. Capricorns, you guys have been having some pretty amazing readings lately from my channel anyway. My readings for you guys have been just, you know, very divinely led. It seems like you guys are, you know, the readings that I've had resonate with people who are definitely on a karmic path and they know it. It's not like you're trying to find your karmic path. You know you're on it, right? You know what you're on. You know who you're supposed to be. And you're very much in the moment of it right now. You're conscious. Every bit of your senses are heightened to it. You know, I imagine you feel quite magical. Some of you who, if you're not in touch with your more deeper, deeper sort of belief systems, spiritual, esoteric sides or beliefs, right? If you shun the idea of messages or things like that, or having supersensory perception or extrasensory perception or anything like that, I don't know why you're here, right? Watching a tarot reading. But however, nevertheless, a lot of people watch tarot for a lot of reasons. It doesn't mean you have to believe in all of that, right? So what I'm saying is, if you're not a die-hard believer in that, and you're just, I imagine right now is probably a very magical period for you, because you feel it. You're feeling it. If you're resonating with this card, you're feeling it in your gut and in your like physical body, probably, right? I used to often feel like tingling whenever I was doing something like, you know, I've had quite some adventures in my life, and whenever I made a decision or I took a course of action that I knew was a life-changing course of action, for better or worse, you know, I would get this tingling in the palms of my hands that was so strong that it started to, like, it didn't quite itch, but it was so strong. There was nothing, you know, it felt uncomfortable. It was quite uncomfortable. It got, you know, it just radiated out of my palms. You could get things like that. You could get physical things like that happening. You could be getting tremors in your stomach, like when you first had your first crush. You know how you have those tremors of excitement? You could be getting things like that. I'm talking about real physical manifestation of you, of your spirit, your soul destiny connecting with your physical path here on earth. Once you have that connection, when that channel is open and you're connected and you're really on your path, you can feel it physically sometimes. Whether that path is good or bad, right? Sometimes I made decisions that weren't so good on face value, but looking on hindsight, they changed my life, right? But, you know, at the time, they were difficult. So let's get into that reading. This is an amazing card to pull. Let's pull these cards. We're going to get into each one in turn, my lovely Capricorns. I am quite excited to see what these cards are going to say about your full moon period. In the center, we got Wheel of Fortune. Unbelievable. Of course it is, because the wheel is turning, right? Your cosmic your karmic destiny, right? Your destiny combined with your karmic cycle, where you are in your karmic cycle, are at one. Opportunities are coming through. It all depends on you. This is where free will comes in. Nothing is necessarily fated or destined. There are opportunities that the universe throws at you. That can't be denied, right? That we all have opportunities. The origin of those opportunities are up to interpretation. How we seize those opportunities is down to us, right? It's down to our choices. Why we make the choices we make is based on our senses and our minds and how in touch we are with ourselves and our inner selves. And that's the connectedness of it all. So yes, it's all down to you. But the opportunities are there. 10 of Wands, completion. Right? It's all about completion. 10 of Wands, you've come through a very, very, very difficult time. Look at him. He's tired. He's holding on. Right? That last little hurdle into town with those 10 of Wands. Hand them in for a new life, a new journey, the next cycle. It's been a long struggle getting those, holding on to them and bringing them with you. The wands represent your choices, your passions, right? Your karmic debt, your karmic load, good or bad. It's a closure. You're closing it, right? Fire energy wands, right? So it's all where you've directed where you directed your chi, your energy, your focus, and the wands are your trophies in a way, right? Good or bad. It can be a burden. It can help. Right? There's a deeper meaning to this card. You know, a lot of people have the regular, you know, go-to guide, but there's a lot here with Ten of Wands, with completion, especially with the full moon. Each of these cards has some phase of the moon on it, most of them, apart from some of the major arcana. All right, let's get into this reading. Did I pull a card? Oh, wait, hang on a second. That was the Wheel of Fortune. I stopped. Let's get the cross card. Temperance. All right, beautiful. So Ten of Wands was at the bottom. Temperance is this card for Sagittarius. It's Sagittarian energy. The wheel is turning, like I said, right? It's the same thing as this cosmic energy, cosmic egg energy. 7th chakra is wide open. The crown chakra at the top of your head. You're open for divine messages, right? The Wheel of Fortune is a card that talks about divine opportunities coming through. Moments in your life, right? She turns the wheel because we never know, right? But it's not as though it's completely out of your hands, is it? I mean, the fact that you're paying attention to the wheel, right, is you're opening up your perception, opening up your mind, right, to opportunities coming through. Divine opportunities, if taken with temperance, right? With temperance means, you know, adjusting your inner sides, adjusting the water and the fire aspect of yourself. When to employ enough emotion and when to be charging through with passion, and when to show kindness and pull back and show empathy, and when to be strong, right? Understanding that interplay is temperance. That is the essence of temperance, right? It's the essence of alchemy, understanding the interplay of these elements that are so opposed to each other, right? And how they can be combined in one person to always know how to respond to each situation, right? So with temperance, you get the most out of a situation. You get the best manifestation of yourself in a situation, so that you can handle it, so you can make the most of this opportunity. 9 of Wands, you're tired. You feel very tired. It's been a long travel. It's been a long road. Excuse me, a long time traveling for you, right? 9 of Wands, right? It's just taking a break there before he goes with the last wand, and it goes and ascends up to the final, which is 10 of Wands, which is at the bottom, right? Next level. But you're tired. You're exhausted. You're taking some time to think about it all. Was it worth it? You know, has everything I've done been worth it? It's a time when you're really thinking back on a lot of your actions, right? You're being very self-reflective right now. Death. Changes are coming. Big change for you is coming. The death card is here. I love this death card in this Deviant Moon deck. It's so, you know, it's so poignant, right? So the moment we are born, we begin to die, right? So it's death killing death. It's the smaller version of yourself, your ego, to make way for an evolved. You see, he's got the red band on his forehead there. So to signify and symbolize his evolution, his wisdom, right? But he's already dead. The figure's already dead. He understands that. So death and rebirth are one and the same. You're starting something new. You're shedding your old self, Capricorn. We have a reversal here. Very unusual to get reversals because I always clear my decks. So whereas this is normally right side up, this is 9 of this, talking about industry and having really established yourself, having worked a long time for your status, right? Being recognized for that, reaching a level of luxury, in your physical world as a result of your hard work, right? It's upside down. So it says to me that you've come out of a period, Capricorn, where you really haven't, you've done all of the hard work, but you haven't had the returns that you expected, right? And you feel like, it's been feeling between that and this, between the tiredness of it all, right? Because it's taken such a toll on you. The work has been it's been hard, right? And then on top of it, for so long going without getting the rewards you should have gotten, at least on a monetary level, right? It could be that you're also feeling kind of like after all of that work, you've gotten some back, but you're still not where you need to be. It could be some anxieties over money as well. That's a period you're coming out of, but that's changing. Death is here. Underneath of all of that, you have this bubbling energy of change coming through. An Ace of Pentacles. You're about to come into abundance. You're about to get a big an opportunity, and the beginning of abundance is coming into your life. Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. That's the dragon, right? Dragon loves gold. Big, beautiful pentacle there, coin, disc, whatever you want to call it. Right? So to signify this is the beginning of a road of this turning around. And there is going to be a lot of change for you. You're finally going to get the right kind of change. There's going to be a death of the old coming into the new. It's as a result of all your hard work. Your readings have all been the same recently over the last month or two. It's all because of your hard work, Capricorn. The moon is at the top. You've been feeling quite lost for a while, right? You've been feeling a little bit kind of like vague. Not sure. Are you doing the right thing? You know in your heart of hearts that you are doing the right thing, right? But it's been such a long time going, and you haven't been able to see through the fog a little bit. You haven't, it's been, it's also, I think you've also been kind of like in an area where you haven't seen clearly. You might have been protected, I don't want to say protected, but you might have been shielded from the truth or shielded from reality for a little while, right? Not seeing the way things really are. It's the moon energy. The moon is really talks about, like, seeing by moon is like not seeing by sunlight. It's not seeing things clearly. It's being deceived, being led astray. You see, the moon has these characters on strings like puppets, right? So it's like you're reacting. The moon is reactive. It's reacting to the sunlight. So you're reacting. You're reacting to stimulus, but you're not, it's kind of like you don't have the whole picture. So can you really be reacting the way you should be, right? You're being played in a way, right? And that's kind of what I'm getting from this, right? That you just feel like that. You feel like that lately, I think. You've been feeling like that, right? Consciously feeling like that. Could be that you've been feeling like that at work, or in your work, whatever it is you do, around the people you're with. You've been feeling like you've been kept in the dark a little bit. But the Chariot is here coming. There's movement coming. You may be moving, Capricorn. You may literally be moving, like to another state or another city. Right? But the Chariot is all about movement on your destiny as well. So it can talk about you really taking the next step on your path, right? Forward motion on your path, progress. You're going to start to see some progress. Tower and death. I love it when Tower and death come in the same reading, because it means that this is a divine moment where everything's going to change. It's going to change for the better. It's going to change for your betterment, right? For your renewal and your evolution. It's a positive thing. And I hope that people still don't hold on to that kind of negative notion of the death card or a scary notion of the Tower. I mean, Tower and death, I myself as a Sagittarius, sometimes I long for these moments because they're action moments. They're moments when your life takes a real active turn. And if you embrace it, and you're brave enough to face it head on, you always ascend to a higher place. We don't descend lower unless we purposely, go against our true nature or our true path. Our nature is to ascend, right? Especially when there is upheaval. The earth grows through upheaval. It ascends, it gets bigger, it grows, it has more growth because of upheaval, because of the cracks and the way the earth grows, right? That's upheaval. That's things breaking apart, right? But there's a positive that comes out of it. So that's always, I love it when this comes through. And you're going through that right now, Capricorn, and you're coming to a period of love, right? You're going to come to a very happy period. You're coming into your love, or someone you're going to be with for a very long time, someone you see yourself with. You see clearly. You see them clearly. There's a full moon on this card, whereas a lot of the other cards have crescent moons to indicate not seeing the whole picture. This has a full moon, right? And again, it's still moonlight, so it's not sunlight, but this is the Deviant moon deck. But it's still to indicate that, this is divinely meant. This is a positive thing. This is a good thing, that all the elements are in agreement, right? This is a harmony. The moon is full because you're harvesting the rewards. You're harvesting blessings. Blessings come in at the full moon, right? So this is a blessing. This is a love relationship that you've been waiting for, probably for some time. Maybe with the past, they say past life love, soulmate energy. But this is where you're coming to, right? And that's coming during this full moon period as well, over the next 2 to 4 weeks. Wow, let's clarify with the Thoth Deck. Don't want to make this reading too long. We're already at 21 minutes. Gosh, Capricorn. What a wonderful, wonderful reading about, just your life. I love these readings. These lunar readings really go deep. The new moon readings are similar. If you haven't checked out my new moon readings, check those out too. It's something about the spread and the cards. It tends to go quite deep and quite specific. But this is definitely to do with profession and career, okay? This is something you've worked for a long time. The cosmic egg, energy that I was talking about, just laid the groundwork for your spirit animal energy that you're working with, right? And the spirit animal that's helping you right now and supporting you, right? But this is definitely about career, or your passion if you're an artist and that's what you do for a career. Whatever it is that you have chosen to do with your life, you know what I mean? I keep saying profession, but it's whatever your talent is, and that job it is that you've wanted to do for your life, or that field it is that you've wanted to go into, or artistic expression that you do. And this is, you're a painter, so you paint and that's what you do. Whatever that thing is for you, this is what this reading is about, right? And you've been working for a very long time on that. And it's now finally coming to a point where you see and you feel and you know that you're on the right path. And you're going to start getting some of those rewards coming back for all of your hard work. But there is a tower moment coming and a death. So there's a big change happening as a result of all of this. I think that you're going to complete something, or you're going to get you're going to get your accolades, right? You're going to get your status, or whatever level, or whatever it is that opportunity that's going to come in, right? That's going to elevate you out of this kind of rut that you've been in, that you felt like you've been in. Along with that is a tower moment coming. So you're going to have some really unexpected changes as a result of the completion. Sometimes when you're on the road and your goal, you're just looking at your goal, but you're on the road, you're working on it, you're working on it, you're working on it, you're working on it. You really have this picture in mind of what it's going to be like when you achieve your goal. And then once you achieve your goal, it's absolutely not like that. I mean, you're happy to have achieved it, but there's all these other things that happen that many times you have no idea would happen as a result. And there's these other unexpected repercussions, depending on how you've reached your goal. So you're going to reach your goal, but there's going to be a big change in you as a result of that. That's going to be quite expected, and that's the tower moment. Sorry about that quick break. My camera shut on and off. All right. There you go. That's the cut. All right. Let's get some clarity on these cards. So, here we go. Magician, clarify at the bottom, start off. 9 of discs, gain. Lovers coming in, lovely. Tower, tower. I love these clarifiers. Princess of Wands. 4 of Swords is truce. Empress is coming in on the tower as a clarifier, and you have adjustment. All right, or justice. Wow. The bottom of the deck, you have Queen of Cups. This is what came out just now for Sagittarius as well. Sagittarius just had Queen of Cups as well at the bottom of the deck. So let's go. Right, at the bottom, you have Magician. That's how you're feeling, right? You're feeling also like, you're tired, right? But you're confident, Capricorn. You're one of those confident individuals. You know you have what it takes, and you're feeling good right now. The anticipation is going to spur you on. Okay, as tired as you are, the anticipation of you reaching your goal, the fact that you are realizing that you're able to manifest what you've wanted, and that it's within reach. You're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, right? It's just reaffirming. This isn't a reaffirmation. This Magician card coming through as well. Gain. Coming through as an affirmation on a death card. There's change. You realize as well this gain card is coming in. This is a change. 9 of this talks about understanding the work, right? The work that comes in through partnership, right? 9 of discs. And the Thoth deck has... I read the Thoth deck for these readings because they're a little bit deeper than your traditional, right? So yes, 9 of discs is 1 before the 10, which is, you're working your way up to completion, right? But it also talks about, and you realize how much you've accomplished, right? But it can also talk about the deeper realization that you wouldn't have been able to accomplish this had it not been for you employing and working together with all aspects of yourself and with all different types of people. Everyone is necessary. So if you've been in a project, you realize that everyone was necessary to get to this point. In turn, with yourself as well, you realize that the various aspects of yourself were all necessary for you to get here. It wasn't just one thing. And I think that realization is part of this death that's happening, this change in you as a result of the Tower moment, whatever this change is, right? It could just be just the evolving of your spirit, a change of how you see yourself, your self-esteem. It could be up until now. I think this death is the death of the small ego in terms of maybe up until now you weren't sure, right? Your self-esteem wasn't exactly where you'd like for it to be. Perhaps you doubted yourself too much, and you're realizing now exactly how hard you have worked and what you've done. You realize the gain, right? You realize what you've accomplished. And I think this death is the death of your small-minded way of the small-minded way of thinking about yourself. You're killing that self of yours. And you're what's coming out of you now, Capricorn, is a confident, a self-assured, right, wiser Capricorn. Lovers, right? So lovers are coming in. You weren't feeling quite right. You weren't feeling ready, right? This is not, wherever you've been coming from, this recent past or past up until this moment now in your life where you're going through this kind of change, you just haven't felt like you've had the right level to be in a love relationship. I think you've been working very hard. A lot of you Capricorns will work to the exclusion of being in a committed relationship because you're so on your paper game, you're so on your career game, and things you haven't been at a point where, yet where you felt like you've accomplished enough to allow a deep love connection. And I think that that's also part of what's changing, because here we have the Tower and an Ace of Pentacles. Again, the Tower. Down here we have the Tower. A lot of times when I get clarifiers on the Thoth deck, the same cards will come out. And that's a clarification. It's just more clarification that this is indeed what you're going through. And it just clarifies where in the deck the energy is. So the Towers decided to pop back up here and clarify the Ace of Pentacles. That's your change. That's your upset. The fact that you're going to be getting this status, this opportunity to really increase your abundance significantly. And I think that's the change that's coming through. That's the confidence that you needed, right, to go through this death moment. It may be so much so that you never expected it to be such a change. It may then also get you to change a lot of your plans, and your whole life suddenly has a totally different outline than what it had before, right? That's what it could be, this Tower moment. As a result of everything, you now have completely rewritten the blueprint for your life going forward. And Princess of Wands is here. You're attacking it with a gusto. You are free. You feel really free, unencumbered. You feel extremely creative, sexy, right? You feel very sexy right now. You feel like you are in charge of, you feel highly creative. And you're not embarrassed. This character, Princess of Wands, she's not embarrassed to be naked and dance. She's dancing in the fire with the tiger's tail around her neck. She is like, it's the dancer energy. It's the free energy. It's the, I'm sexy and I know it, and I'm dancing and I'm elated and I'm excited for the future, and I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to be this person. I'm ready to be excited like this, right? And this is the clarifier on the moon. I feel like the moon, you've been held back. You've been unsure. And it's the breaking free. I mean, if breaking free from the clutches, like I said, they're puppets. If breaking free from the illusion and the delusion that you've been under means feeling like this, I think it's a good move. And that's where you're coming into. This Tower moment is leading you into this and going to be dispelling some of this kind of like moon energy that hasn't really been, too conducive for you, right? That's kept you kind of like not feeling yourself and feeling a bit like at the mercy and at the control of others in other scenarios. You have a truce, a Chariot is coming in, right? So that's, a respite from fighting. There's going to be a relaxation on that front. Perhaps there's been a lot of bickering and arguing with particular individuals. Who knows? Maybe at work, maybe as part of your process or your profession or your career, whatever you've been dealing with, your project, right? This Chariot, this forward movement that you're having in your life is allowing you to say, yeah, I'll take the high road. Yeah, a truce. That's fine. It's fine. I'm done arguing. I'm moving on to something much, much better, right? So whatever situation has had you kind of like going through some, some pain, some difficulty, some miscommunication. It's been a pain in the ass. You're calling the high road because your life is moving on. The Tower moment is here being clarified with the Empress card. So definitely you've got as well some beautiful nurturing energy coming in. This is feminine, the divine mother, the wife energy coming in as well. Could be that this is a person that's coming towards you or someone you're going towards, right? This could be how you're feeling, Capricorn. You could be feeling like the Empress as well, right? This is the Tower moment. This is just the energy that you're going into right now. It's a nurturing energy. It's a feminine working energy. So perhaps I feel as well, this is now a moment where you're realizing, you need to put the effort into yourself or into your relationships, into the things of the heart, right? That kind of protective mother energy as well, So, and this Tower moment when everything is changing for you and all this upheaval, like, like I say, you may be replanning your entire life as a result of these changes and opportunities that are coming in, and this change in yourself as well. Wheel of Fortune is at the center. Remember this. So if you're doing that right now, if you're in the middle of that, I think that this is as well talking about, putting some love into yourself now, putting some love into your relationships, being nurturing or seeking out nurturing energy. Sorry about that, folks. My camera cut off. So yes, it's talking about nurturing yourself. It can also talk about any kind of like a Tower moment here as well. It can talk about if you're dealing with mother or female energy in your family, right? And there's some kind of interplay between the two of you as well. And part of the Tower moment is family related, right? So your mother may play a factor in this Tower moment. So for instance, if changing your whole life is going to affect your family or the people, it could be that your mom or whoever plays that role in your family as well could be affected. Right? It could be that you need to reach out to your mother to help you through this period, this Tower moment, or anybody who plays a kind of nurturing, who is not plays. I don't mean to say play, but who functions as that role for you. It doesn't have to be a mother. It could be an aunt. It could be a friend. It could be anyone. Male, female. But this is feminine energy. So someone who has that feminine kind of nurturing, supportive energy. They may come forward for you during this period of the Tower moment as well to help you through it, to support you through it. Okay, Capricorns, and then here we go. That adjustment period, Four of Wands, right? Adjustment. This is also justice. So it's interesting. It's almost like here where you've given up. Right, where you've given up a lot, you made a lot of sacrifices, for, that you couldn't, the love you really wanted, you couldn't quite get, you weren't where you wanted to be, you were, not in the position you wanted to be, you've worked so hard, now that you're finally getting to where you want to be, you're getting the rewards coming in. It's almost as if with justice, it's like you're getting this love relationship. Four of Wands is all about happy relationships, being together, committed to each other, working towards the same goal. It's a lifelong partnership and therefore deep love relationship as well. And with justice over it, it could be that some of you will be getting married as well. It could be that you're this person or this relationship, right, that you're moving toward after all of this is a marriage. It's something that's going to be so long enduring because you have here the justice there. All right. And as well that the relationship comes, it's like you get justice in your relationships as well. You get what you wanted. But certainly this can be matrimony in the future. So, what a beautiful reading. Let's pull your romance angel cards. See, romance angels, give us some clarity for Capricorn on this wonderful reading. Change in life path perhaps, where you'll be living, maybe moving. Love coming in, right? Careers coming to fruition. There's a Wheel of Fortune turning for these Capricorns, and they're on their karmic path, their life destiny. So, with the love cards here, and please give us some clarity on some of these cards, romance angels, for our Capricorns for this full moon 2019 period. Show me. Flirt. Oops. Let your friends help you. Wow, interesting. And unrequited love. Wow. Okay, flirt. Extend your light heart energy to others. So you're feeling in a flirty mood. This can go with this energy here, this Princess of Wands, right? Where you feel free, unencumbered. You no longer feel like you're a puppet at the will of these kind of deceptive forces, right? So now you're free to flirt. Could be as well, all of this work. Remember, you've had to put lovers on the back burner, or the thought of lovers on the back burner. So enjoy yourself. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others as well during this Tower moment, this upheaval, this change. Talk to your friends. Get advice from your friends, right? Those around you. And unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. All right, so somebody might be getting hurt in all of this, right? This relationship coming through here, right? It could be a relationship that you've left behind in the past. This could have been a relationship as well that you never got off the ground because you weren't where you were. It may be that it wasn't so much that you just didn't have any relationships, but it could be the one that you had before you might have had to leave because, like I see, this character just wasn't ready. And that could be the unrequited love as well. All right. Could you just be that at this moment you're not moving as fast as your partner or the person you're looking for or the person who's looking towards you. All right. So these are some of the romance angel energies coming towards you this month. Again, this is still all about getting your work together, getting your career together, going through these tower moments, these big upheavals and changes. The love moment that I see coming, which is the only cups card, not even the cups, the only card alluding to a relationship is this Four of Wands, but it's all the way at the end of the cycle down here. So this is something kind of far off on the future. Not far, far off, but not in the immediate future. You still need to go through this whole cycle here. All right? So it could be that whoever you've been dealing with, this unrequited love gives me pause for thought. It could be that anybody you've been flirting with or dealing with right now, you know, it's not really quite the heavy, heavy thing. Right? The real love relationship is yet to come. The pact, the commitment is not quite there yet. That's yet to come once you get through this period. All right, Capricorn, I love you so much. If you like this, if you like this video, please subscribe, share. If it resonated with you, please hit that bell button as well for uploads of all my videos, notification of uploads of all my videos, not just some of my videos. I want to cut this short because the video's been going quite long. So for now, I just want to tell all you lovely Capricorns, have a wonderful full moon. Love you. Bye-bye.